Warning, this creepypasta is going to be full of violence, killing, and much more. If you're 8 to 18, you need to click out of this video and watch something kid-friendly. Enjoy this video. So every single McDonald's commercial that I accounted for the past years have finally been revealed, and frankly, here's a story about a lost pilot, about how Ronald became a demonic killer. I just got home from school and got into bed and decided to take a little nap. As I was just about to go to bed to take a little cat nap, my iPhone buzzed, and it was a notification from the headquarters of McDonald's. It read this: "Hello, Aiden Samino. We heard that you accounted of every single McDonald's commercials that you saw for the past year. Our former employee, someone named Bob McFly has reported this, has made those lost commercials about to make Ronald a serious demonic killer, because he decided to work for us because it brought him back to one of his days that he had his fear of clowns, and he used Ronald as one of them. And you might have saw all those commercials, how they all happened, especially when he worked with some of the animators from the different movie companies. So we would like to send you a DVD of a lost pilot of how Ronald became a killer." I was surprised that McDonald's company said Eden over me. "A pilot?" I asked. "How Ronald became a killer?" A few days later, I just got back home from the mall, and my mom told me that there was a package for me. She said it was the shape of a DVD. I figured like it was the DVD that the company had sent me. I opened up the package, and it was the DVD. It was called Ronald McDonald's Forest 2006 McDonald's. It was showed Ronald McDonald in a scary forest looking his demonic killing self. My mom was quite concerned about this DVD, but I told her it was okay. I went downstairs and decided to test out my DVD and my PS3. Then it started. It showed the McDonald's logo in a black background for 5 seconds. Then it cut to the menu with Ronald, Grimace the purple glob, and Birdie the early bird in a red and yellow background. And the menu buttons were even still same as said DVD. I pressed play to check out this never-before-seen short. Just then, a warning came up that said this pilot was not shown to any McDonald's shows or commercials because it was too violent for younger kids to see. Click out of it if you have the chance. Viewer discretion is advised. Well, here I go, I said. The commercial began. It showed a shot of the McDonald's restaurant at night. Just then, the three characters, Ronald, Grimace, and Birdie, had came into the shot. "You know, guys," Ronald said, as his normal voice, "I've been thinking something." "And what's that, Ronald?" Grimace asked. "Do you ever know why people are afraid of us?"
Well, they can't be afraid of us. We are nice people," Birdie replied.
"Yeah, but since they look at us, they think we're creepy," Grimace said. "I just wish we could show them to make people stop being scared of us." Then, Ronald had an idea. "Come with me," he said. They walked to Ronald's private bedroom. He pulled out something out of his closet, and it was revealed to be a yellow and red box. They opened it up, and the camera showed a shot of the three characters in front of it. Instead of showing you what it was was just showed the three characters and looking at it. "We gotta do what's right. They'll see. Instead of showing what was in the box, the camera zoomed in even more until it faded to black. Then the commercial played back again. It showed a shot of a dark forest at night, with the sound of crickets chirping and owls hooting in the dark. And just then, a man walked in. The man had a dash resemblance to Chris Pratt, known for playing Emmett from the Lego Movie and Mario from the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Just then, more people came into the shot. A woman resembling Brittany Murphy, known for playing Gloria from Happy Feet. A man resembling Tobey Maguire, known for trained Peter Parker in the Spider-Man trilogy, and a woman resembling Bonnie Hunt, known for playing Sally from Cars. So recently, I heard on the news that there was an oddly man who walking through the woods, killing innocent campers. The man resembling Christopher said.
Well, whoever this guy is, we need to stop him.
The woman resembling Brittany replied. Well, let's hope we can find him. The man resembling Toby said. Just then, the four adults heard creepy laugh coming through the forest.
What was that?
The woman resembling Bonnie asked. I'm in here, a creepy voice said, echoing through the forest. Who's there? The man resembling Tobey Maguire asked. Follow our voices, another creepy voice said. The four adults had came into the deepest, darkest part of the forest. Then, as they came close enough, they saw an oddly shaped McDonald's French fry box. Did you get the hint? The same voices said. Whoever's in this forest, show yourself now! The man resembling Chris shouted. Just then, lights had turned around the forest, and as the four people looked at the familiar figures, that figure was Ronald McDonald, and he had looked deranged than ever. He had blood all over his clothes, and his hair was really spiked up like back in the old days, and his hands had sharp claws. And then Grimace had came into with his side up with Birdie, and they looked him on it too. Grimace's eyes were scratched out. He had sharp teeth through his mouth, and Birdie had a sharp beak, and she had claws out of her hands as well. The four people gasped and shocked. Who are you? The man resembling Tobey Maguire asked. We are Ronald McDonald, Grimace the Purple Glob, and Birdie the Early Bird. What do you want from us? The woman resembling Brittany asked.
Well, many people were afraid of us since nobody wants to be friends with us. And as for revenge, we are going to kill every innocent people who has been afraid of us,
Birdie said in a venomous and threatening tone. No, stop, the man resembling Chris said. You can't do that. What you're doing is wrong. Oh, too bad, so sad. It's time to go on a nature hike with Mr. Big R, Ronald said. He grabbed out a butcher's knife and his lightsaber, and Grimace had grabbed out a pan, and Birdie had grabbed out firework dynamites. Run! The man resembling Toby said. The four adults had evacuated from the forest to get away from the three killers. After them, Grimace said. The three people had McDonald's characters had chased after the four adults. The man resembling Tobey Maguire had run through the side of a forest heading towards a cave. He hid behind the cave to make sure they wouldn't find them. Just then, Birdie was heading over by the cave, poking her head out, and shouted, "Boo!" The man resembling Tobey Maguire had jumped back in shock in seeing her. Then she lit the dynamite and threw it towards the side of the cave. Tobey Maguire gasped in shock. As the man resembling Tobey Maguire was about to get out of the cave, it exploded with rocks rumbling on top of him, and he soon died. Then it cut to the woman resembling Brittany Murphy running towards a abandoned pond. As she was hiding behind a tree to make sure Ronald, Grimace, or Birdie was right behind her. Grimace had came out of the water like a shark or a crocodile and said, "What would it be like if you had a nice swim?" he said. "No, leave me alone," she said. "Too bad, so sad. Let's go swimming," he said. He grabbed the woman resembling Brittany Murphy by her ankle and dragged her into the water, causing her to drown. She couldn't breathe much longer until she soon suffocated underwater. Then it cut to the woman resembling Bonnie Hunt. She was running towards a big tree, and she was trying to climb up top to get a good signal to call the police. And just then, Ronald had solved the woman resembling Bonnie Hunt, and he grabbed out a chainsaw out of nowhere, and he decided to say, "Timber!" he said. He used his chainsaw to cut down the tree with the woman resembling Bonnie Hunt. As the tree fell down, the woman resembling Bonnie Hunt began screaming as she was falling down. As she made contact with the ground, her head was suddenly flattened, blood was leaking through, and a branch was poking through her stomach. Then a cut to the last adult, Chris Pratt, as he was evacuating through the forest to make it back to his car. Ronald jumped up in front of on top of him like a lion lunging towards its prey. Then Grimus and Birdie had surrounded him. Chrissy, Ronald said, looking at Chris. "Do you remember when you were young and you were afraid of me?" He said. "What's the big deal anyway? You should not kill innocent people because they're afraid of you guys," he said. "Too bad, so sad. And now, it's time for you to die," Ronald said. He grabbed out something from his pocket, and it was revealed to be a rusty sharp nail. "We're gonna give you a little makeover, starting with your forehead," he said. He grabbed out the sharp knife and he was about to make contact with the man resembling Chris Pratt with the nail. As he was about to do that, it cut to black with the sound of the man screaming. Then it showed the scariest part of the commercial. His forehead was completely sliced off while blood was leaking through it. His eyes were held back. "Well done, my team," Ronald said. "Well, let's go. We got more innocent people to murder for being scared of us," Grimus said. "Let's go, boys," Birdie said. The three villains characters had walked off on screen, finding more innocent people to murder. Then it cut to the credits. In the background, the little theme of the slogan played, and it showed the innocent peoples of their deaths, such as the man resembling Tobey Maguire under rocks, the woman resembling Brittany Murphy drowned in underwater, the woman resembling Bonnie Hunt went through a tree branch, and the man resembling Chris Pratt sliced forehead. Then a caption appeared on screen saying it was the 2005 McDonald's slogan. I'm loving it, but as always, the text was red and there was a distorted voice saying that line. I took the disc out of the DVD player and placed it back in its case, and I ran upstairs and had some water to calm myself down. Then I emailed the McDonald's company about the disc, and I told them everything about it. And afterwards, my mom told me that we should smash it. So I smashed it with a shovel, and we threw it into the garbage. That night, I had horrible nightmares thinking how Ronald, Grimus, and Birdie were killing me at my house. So turns out Bob McFly was the man who made Ronald evil. So the mystery solved. Can you believe he would make these slight McDonald's commercials with every other animator?